Thank you for joining me today, Heff. Uh, Wanted to start off and see how are you doing today?
Oh man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Sun's out. It's a good day.
Absolutely, glad to hear it. I know we were just talking about summertime. You were saying that influences your music,
Yeah.
makes it a lot like happier. Would you tell me about like your music creation lately?
Um. So basically, like it's summertime. Like I'm getting ready to drop an album. So like the whole vibe right now for me is just like kind of get a better energy, get ready to promo it, market it better. You know what I'm saying? I got a
Mm,
lot of like up tempo songs that I feel like are good summertime songs. So
okay,
like that's really like what I'm focused on right now, and just like the sun's out. Like I said, it's a good day. I want to
absolutely,
drop for the fans, for the supporters, for everybody. So like when they're going out and about, I want my stuff playing. So that's like the
definitely.
end goal right now.
Okay, that makes sense. So you're saying you got an album coming out. How much of your album creative process are you part of? Are you part of your writing and beat selection? Do
Oh, all
you
of it.
everything?
Yeah, like I'm a part of it. I definitely like I have like a set producers that I work with,
Mm,
engineers certain, but like I'm a part of the whole process though for sure. Like I'm
mm.
definitely like to know what's going on when it comes to like my music, but there's definitely like a whole team of people around me that's like included in that for sure.
Absolutely. Okay. How does marketing and things fit in for you? Is that a piece that you like to
Uh,
be involved in?
yeah, for sure. Like I definitely like to do market. I'm like big on like getting like an organic motion, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
so like my whole focus like on marketing and promo is just like, just get it in as many faces as possible, but the most organic way possible because when it's picked up organically, that's when it actually I feel like really picks up and you see it instead of like,
mm,
paying for this, paying for that, paying for that. It's kind of like you don't really see the organic motion because you're kind of like forcing it on people. I kind of
mm,
like mine to just kind of naturally just go. So that's like my whole marketing plan is just like doing whatever I can to get it
mm.
out to the viewers as organic as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah. Where do you go to promote things organically? Is it people
Uh,
that you know?
I mean, really, it's just like me and my team. Like the internet's so big
Hmm.
nowadays, it's like you can put whatever. There's all type of social medias and everything. So I'm just trying to learn how to work on all the every social media, the TikToks, all that, because I'm not like really hip to that type of stuff. I'm really just more hip to like Twitter, Instagram, a little bit of Facebook.
Absolutely.
That's it. But now there's like all these like littler apps that like are playing a big part in like succeeding in the music industry right now.
Hmm.
So I'm just trying to figure that stuff out. But really, it's just like my team of people. We don't really have no marketing agencies behind us, no nothing. It's just me and my homies, really.
Absolutely. Okay. One thing I did notice, I'm loving your hoodie today. Could you
Thank
tell
you.
me a little bit about that? How
I
does
know nothing about the hoodie,
oh,
man.
nothing about it?
Nothing about it. I seen it. I
Okay.
liked it. I got it. I'm gonna be
Absolutely.
honest with you, man. But
Cool. Okay. How much do you think fashion works for your artistry for you? Is image a big piece for you?
for me personally and honestly, like I'm just like I'm gonna be me. And
Mm,
if people like it, they like it. And I guess that's my image because I'm me. But you know, so like I'm not gonna like go out my way to like put on a persona or like fake anything or like
absolutely.
I'm just gonna be me. And if people like it, then it's cool. And if they don't, nothing I can do because I'm just being me. So it definitely plays a part though. Like fashion, like I see it's like really bigger nowadays than it used to be like in hip hop. Or I mean, I guess you can't necessarily say that because rappers always have been like icons fashion wise, but I think right now there's just so many different like underground brands and new designer brands and everything where it's just like if you get a feel for that, like, you might just want to put some look fresh. So I really don't like care like what the brand is. I just like if I like it, I'm gonna get it. If I don't, I'm not getting it. I don't care if it's the highest designer brand ever. If I don't want to wear it, I ain't gonna wear it.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like you touching on like authenticity and artistry is really important. A lot of people, I don't think that matters to them so much. So it's really good to hear that. I think that it's something that more people should take seriously.
Yeah, for sure. Be
Definitely.
yourself.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask you about, just a little bit about like growing up. What started putting you into the position of like artistry that you're at now?
Um, I'm not gonna lie, like I've been through a lot, and I'm sure like we'll probably touch up on that like throughout like different like longer out in the interview. But
Mm,
really, it's just like I grew up playing basketball. I'm not gonna lie, I was a hooper. You know what I'm saying? I
mm,
lived and died playing basketball. Like every day, that's what I was gonna do. Like when I was a kid, I was going to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But that dream kind of starts to fizzle out the older you get. You
mm,
know what I'm saying? That's just kind of what happened with me. And I've always been like into music, but I really wasn't necessarily like rapping or thinking I was gonna be a rapper.
mm,
I just kind of started putting out music, and I'm like, well, I kind of like this, and that's kind of like how it happened. So it really just happened real naturally, like
mm.
you know what I'm saying. I kind of just like eased my way into it. It wasn't like I just like went full fledged like I'm gonna be a rapper today. Like nah, it just kind of
Right.
like happened over time.
Okay, got you. What do you think that basketball has influenced the way that you approach making music now?
Um, I wouldn't necessarily say it's like changes the way I make music or really affects it,
Mm,
but like I would say that like me playing basketball, like I've got to like you get to be around a lot of people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And like in
Mm,
basketball, like warm ups, for instance, like they're playing that soundtrack in the back. You see what gets people hyped. So I think it
right.
kind of like it helps me in a way where it's like I kind of know what people want to hear just because you're hearing like these big stadiums or whatever you're playing in high
Hmm.
school arenas, whatever college arenas, whatever you're playing. Like they're playing music before the games. You're seeing like what people are bobbing their heads to. So I guess you kind of see like what gets people hype in a way that's not like a club scene or something like
Mm.
that. But that's really probably the only way. Other than that, like I don't really think it affects too much of like my music.
Absolutely, that makes sense. Earlier, we were also talking about. You said you just came fresh off a photo shoot today.
Yeah.
Can I ask you what that's about?
Oh yeah. We putting together like I said, we shooting an album. So like
Mm.
the plan is promo, marketing, posters. You know what I'm saying, vinyls, everything. So like
Okay,
we're kind of just like taking some pictures with a pretty dope photographer. You know what I'm saying. So I'm
awesome.
excited for him. So really, we're just all taking it for promotion wise.
Okay, definitely. Have you had the opportunity to do any video shoots for your upcoming album?
Oh yeah, we definitely got a lot of videos on the way. There's some shot, some in the process of being shot, but
Mm.
there's definitely gonna be videos dropping back to back to back once this album drops for sure.
Wonderful. Looking forward to it. What has been the most exciting video shoot so far that you've done for this album?
Man, so far, most exciting video shooting. Uh, I think probably I would say the first one home, just because
Mm.
like I haven't been in the camera in like 4 or 5 years. Before that, like coming back from prison. So I just
Mm.
think the first shoot was just like the energy was just so like crazy to me because I'm like, man, like I'm really back out here doing it again. So I would have to say like first video, and that was Talk That Talk, shot with Nick Purple. Uh yeah, so I definitely say the first one back just because the energy just felt different because it was like it was so fresh to me again. Like I felt like it was like my first like video I've ever shot in my life again. So
Mm.
definitely Talk That Talk was probably like my favorite one so far.
Absolutely. Okay. Uh, you talking about that being a part of the CRCI program, I wanted to ask you a few questions about your experience being incarcerated and really
Sure.
just leave it open ended to you to talk about it however you want to.
Yeah, I mean, that's like it's a very man. It was 4 years of my life. I went down for a crime. I did 4 years. It's a long time. So a lot happens in that time. I was young when I first went. I was 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? So younger, couldn't get into a club,
Mm.
at the time when I went to jail. So, like it's a lot of growing mentally and physically even, you know what I'm saying, when you're in there. But really it's like my experiences honestly was like it's definitely life changing being in there because you get to really see who's there for you. You
Mm.
get to see who's really like your friends. You know what I'm saying? Your real friends, your real family. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people like kind of waver off because out of sight, out of mind.
Mm.
But if someone really loves you, ain't never gonna be out of mind just because you're out of sight. But so like my experience was like it showed me who was really there for me, and I think it's helped me when it coming home because now it's like I didn't cut a lot of people off that I was kicking it with every day. And now
Mm.
you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't go around them for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
it's not right for me right now. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely like makes you grow as a man and it makes you evolve mentally because it's like it's just you. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You're gonna do that time no matter what. So you
Mm.
got to adapt. You know what I'm saying? It really teaches you how to adapt and to elevate like mentally.
Mm. Okay, got you. Um, Thank you for sharing some of that.
And like
Uh,
any other questions too, like I said, I'm open to whatever, like talking about like how it is in there, however, but like that's just a very broad question. I could go on and
Absolutely.
on, but like that's why I kind of just try to like sum it up. But
Yeah,
it's a lot that happens in there.
that definitely makes sense. Being incarcerated, what do you need mentally to be able to grow while
You
you're
gotta be
there?
strong.
Yeah.
You gotta be strong minded. Jail is not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? Like it's meant to break you down. You know what I'm saying? That's what
Mm.
jail is intended to do. It's intended to discipline you, but you're gonna break down mentally if you're not strong for sure.
Mm.
So you definitely have to be like strong minded to be in there, and just be yourself. That's what I like. It really shows you like who you really are. Like you gotta go look in that mirror every day. It's just you. You know what I'm saying? You can't go put on the flyest clothes to mask like who you aren't. You know what I'm saying? You can't go put on the jewelry, the fly stuff. So like it just really shows you who you are because we're all in the same. It's like being in a society where everyone's the same, basically. You know what I'm saying? They're like
Mm.
from the clothes to our rules. You know what I'm saying? You're waking up, you're seeing each other every day for years on years. You know what I'm saying? The same people every day. And like at first, it's like, man, it's like some people, but then it's like once you get a couple months in and you're seeing the same person every day, like you start thinking, like, man, like this is really like life right now. Like that's it. So you
Mm.
definitely have to be strong to survive in there because, and it's definitely like it's people who if you're not strong, they're gonna like they're gonna pounce on that energy. Like that's
Absolutely.
really how it is in there. Like if they see like any type of sign of weakness, like people like prey on that type of stuff in there for sure.
Mm. Was there anything aside from mindset that was really helpful for you while you were incarcerated? Like, were programs beneficial
Oh
for you?
yeah, there's definitely like there's all type of stuff in there. Like when I first got in there, I was like surprised by how many programs there was.
Mm.
You know what I'm like saying? For instance, like the CRCI music program, like that was crazy to me. I'm like, man, we can really record music in here. Like we're
Mhm.
bringing the mic down here, everything. Like, come on, like it was
Yeah.
dope. And then I also took like some college courses in there. You know what I'm saying? Which is very dope. One with Lewis and Clark College and one with Portland
Mm.
State.
Okay.
So like they have like all type of stuff where like if you really want to like start bettering yourself like mentally, like they'll give you they'll give you the opportunity sometimes. I wouldn't say as much as needed,
Right.
but you're gonna get an opportunity to really stimulate your mind through like these different programs. And there's there's all type of programs. Like anything you can really think of there's a program for. Like they're very like culture wise too for, the African Americans, the Native Americans, there's all type of like events and stuff for you. So like you're very like the culture is like very heavy in there because they know
Mm.
you're in there with a lot of your people, however it goes. So the programs really play a big part. Cause I remember there'd be times where all week you just waiting for that one day that we have that program where we get to go downstairs and we're kicking it, we're stimulating our minds, we're having actual conversations not involving jail stuff. We're talking about
Mm.
real world stuff. Like these programs were like definitely helpful in that way.
Being a returning citizen now, post incarceration, what support have you been given, and what support do you feel like would have benefited you more and could benefit other people as well?
I would say I got a good support system.
Mm.
I got a good family. I got good friends, Not a lot. I'm not gonna say I have a big support system, but the support system I do have is good. So I feel like it helped me ease my way in, like back into society, you know what I'm saying? Cause
Mm.
it's definitely like a culture shock, like being locked up and then just boom, you're right back on the streets. Like everything's so fast, like, you know, just the little stuff becomes important again because in there, you're not paying bills, you're not buying toilet paper. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Just the
Right.
little stuff like you forget about like real life. So like the adjustment, you definitely it takes a while, but I had a good support system to help me through that. And I also like I was like setting myself up kind of like to come home, like
Mm.
financially and stuff too in there a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So like just trying to stack up as much money I can like in that position. So like I came home, I was all right. So it helped me like ease my way back into things for sure.
Absolutely. I feel that support systems are incredibly important for people,
100%.
and it's wonderful that you have something like that
Support your
available
people
to you.
that are in jail and that are incarcerated for sure. If you're watching this, support them. That's what they need.
Absolutely. What ways would you recommend people to support incarcerated people?
Answering that phone,
Mm.
writing a letter. It don't even be about the money 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
If it's really bad, go get a job in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're gonna pay you a lot, but you're gonna get by. You know what I'm saying? It's more so the support, of answering that phone, writing a letter, because that feeling of like going to that phone and click, 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 call, ring, ring, no one pick up, click, 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 no one pick up, boom, 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 no one pick up. People waiting in line, like, come on, man, like it's over, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a good feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Mm. Absolutely.
And then it's like in your head, like you're locked down, but everyone's in the free row, so you're in your head, you're like, man, I know you by your phone, like, I know how everybody be on their phone on the streets, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I know you seeing my call, but so I would definitely say the support is just like just being there, man. Just having a conversation with someone there, because it gets toxic in there. Like the conversations, the mental mindsets, like it can get toxic. So to keep your mind on the streets is like how you get through that. You know what I'm saying? So having those conversations with people on the streets is like a big part of like easing your way back to society, because you're like getting in tune with like what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You don't feel like you're left out of everything.
Mm. Thank you for sharing that. One thing that you touched on a couple times, I was curious to hear your thoughts about. You talked about being incarcerated and the mental state that you need is in like becoming a man.
Yeah.
And I was wondering what does being a man mean to you, and what has that journey been for you?
Being a man means like just handling your responsibilities, and not having to give yourself a pat on the back for every little accomplishment you make. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
when you're in jail, like you're at the bottom of the bottom. So like as a man, being at the bottom of the bottom, like you gotta keep your head up and puff your chest out and get through it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that really teaches you how to like persevere through a lot of like things. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can make it and you're down bad in there, you know what I'm saying, $20 a month, from the kitchen or whatever, you can make it work out here. You just gotta put your mind to it. So it helps you like elevate, makes you more mature. And then
Mm.
also it's like, especially in my case, I was 20 when I first went down. I'm in there with 60-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 35-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? But like these are who I'm talking to and kicking it with every day now. So it's not like
Right.
I'm at home kicking it with my group of friends that are all 19, 20. Now I'm with the older cats, you know, they're 30, 35. So like you just pick up on stuff, you know what I'm saying? The conversations are different when you're grown than when you're a kid, you know what I'm saying? The interest is different. So I think like it just helps you mature faster because you're around a whole bunch of grown men. So it's like you're either gonna be a man or you're gonna be a clown in there. Like it's
That
that
makes
simple.
sense. Got you. Speaking of growing and things, did some research on your Instagram. Noticed that you are recently a father.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh, please tell me a little bit about what's been going on. What
Life
first?
changing.
First off, what's your child's name?
Anaya
Naya.
Janelle.
Beautiful name.
Yeah, that's my heart for sure. It's definitely like life changing from the minute she came out the womb. Life
Mm,
changing, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's like the only way to really describe it because it's like so many emotions in one.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's just like every day I just be at home and I just be staring at her like, man, I really made you. Like you really
yeah.
me, like for life. But it makes you want to go harder because
Mm,
now it's like if I don't do something, it's not taking food out of my stomach. Like
mm,
I done been hungry. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right with it sometimes because I know I'm gonna bounce back. But now when I don't like do something, like it's affecting her. You know what I'm saying? It's taking food out of
absolutely.
her stomach.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And she can't provide for herself. So now it's my job. So I think it makes you mature fast. Like, man, this is really my seat. I really have to like take care of someone in life. Like not just taking care of yourself because when it's yourself, you know, you're all right with letting certain things slide. But this is a baby, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure, you know, daddy's doing his job. So it just definitely
absolutely.
makes it matured me fast,
Mm,
fast. But I'm definitely like loving it already. You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? She's growing every day. It's a blessing.
I'm glad to hear that. When you talk about your experiences, like becoming a father now, what has shaped your views on fatherhood? Has it been experiences with your own father? Do you see things that you want to provide for your daughter, or how are you moving forward?
Yeah, I think just it's just like I wouldn't even say my experiences like makes me like think about fatherhood different. It's just like from my like culture wise, like as a black man, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? A lot of black men grow up without their fathers actively in their life. You know what I'm saying? We might be cool with them, you might know them, like you but saying, but they're not actively there. Like there's no two-parent households a lot in our culture. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just like just breaking the cycle. You know what I'm saying? Like of just being there for your daughter because people got to understand like it's not just the finances that's how you take care of your kid. Like you can pay for whatever, you can pay child support, whatever, but that's not really taking care of your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like you
mm,
gotta be there, you know what I'm saying? That love, you know, they gotta grow up feeling that. So it's just like I'm just trying to break the cycle, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be the best father possible, you know what I'm saying? Because that's
mm,
just I stand on my principles and stand on certain morals and values, and that's definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? Making sure that she grows up and has a life that doesn't involve a struggle. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? Like I had to struggle a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I know people had it worse than me, but I had it pretty bad sometimes. So I just don't want her to ever have to experience nothing like that. So it makes me go harder to make sure that she has a good life.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing all that. I feel like it's really nice hearing you talk about the different things that like you mentally think about a lot in your perspective on life and like breaking cycles and things like that.
Yeah.
How prevalent is that just in your day to day? Does that reflect in your artistry? Is that in everything that you do in your life?
Oh, for sure. It's like my real life plays a big part of my music because my music is my real life. Like if you listen to my music and like really know me, you're gonna like you're gonna hear me say something and be like, oh, I was there, or I seen him do that, or I've seen him act like that, or you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like my music's relatable to my life, and I like make it very clear. Like I don't want to rap about nothing that I'm not doing or I haven't did, or it's not part of my story.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So my real life plays a big part of my artistry because I really strive on like just like not capping. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
That's like the real way to say it. Like I just strive on not being one of these dudes who out here just like saying whatever for whatever. Like I got a story to tell and I'm gonna just tell it my way.
Absolutely. I think that's something that really resonates with people. I heard that recently you went on tour. I was curious about, is that your own tour? Did you go
No,
with
so
somebody
I
else?
didn't go on tour. I just went on a
Mm,
couple tour dates. You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Okay.
With my bro Amine. You
Okay.
know,
Got you.
yeah. So it was his shows. I was opening up for him, but I
Mm,
definitely we went out to a couple cities and turned it all the way up. You know what I'm
cool.
saying? That
Okay.
experience was crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So
So shout out bro for that because that was solid of him to do because he didn't have to do that, but he brought me out. But we went and turned it up for sure.
that's really cool. What does Amine like as a person?
He cool, man. He's cool as a fan.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like me and bro, like we got a good relationship, you know what I'm saying? We talk about a lot of real things. Like he's really real, you know what I'm saying? He's
Mm,
genuine and he's authentic, you know what I'm saying? And he did it real organically too. And that's what I respect about him. But he's cool as a fan, man. You know what I'm saying? He's just him. Like you have to know him to explain it, but I
mm,
got nothing but good things to say about bro. He's definitely like someone I really respect in this game for sure. And someone who I
absolutely.
actually look up to because I seen him do it with my own two eyes. Like, I seen where he started and I seen
Mm,
where he's at, and it's just motivation. And he know I tell him all the time he's motivation, but yeah,
mm.
that's bro for sure.
Got you. What do you see in him as a Portland artist that motivates you to be able to grow? Because I feel like it's really tough for Portland artists in particular to get a platform for their artistry.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think it's harder out here necessarily because we might not have as much mainstream artists that have already popped, whether
Mm,
it's like in Atlanta who they have 20, 30 rappers that are real like A-list celebrities already, you know what I'm saying? California, like, you know what I'm saying? We're a smaller market in rap, so it's definitely harder to make it, but I seen bro do it. You know what I'm saying? He did it in Portland, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He's from Portland. Like, so he did it. So it's like it's not impossible. It's hard, but it's not impossible. So like just but seeing him do it is a sign that like it could be done. So
Hmm.
like, I know like we can make excuses and be like, oh, Portland the market or wooty woo, but some people don't make excuses and some people just get it done. And I'm trying to
Right.
be one of the people who don't really make an excuse for it because I love the city. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? So I want to be one of the ones for sure.
absolutely. Has opening for Amine changed opportunities for you?
Yeah, I think especially like just the way people look because
Mm,
bro's actually like real motion, you know what I'm saying? So when you're around real motion, people look like, okay, he's not just around them for no reason, he's not doing that for no reason. Like I definitely like earned a lot, you know what I'm saying? If people know my story, they know like what I really like, how far I've came.
mm,
So people respect that. So like the people who see me like doing stuff like that, they know like, okay, like Hef really earned it. Like if anyone deserves like to do stuff, like Hef's one of them. I'm not gonna say I'm the only one, but I'm one of them for sure.
got you. Okay. Uh, I hear you talking about how he is influencing your perspective on like growing as an artist. Who is influencing you sonically right now?
Man, influence. I couldn't necessarily say an artist's sound is influencing mine because like
Mm,
I like really like you can ask my man, you guys, he'll tell you I be in the studio so much, like just making all type of music, like hundreds and hundreds of songs, like
mm,
literally like hundreds. So it's like I'm trying to work on my own sound, so I don't
for
necessarily
sure.
like try to like sound like anybody. But as far as like who I'm listening to,
Mm,
probably I would say like who I'm like, okay, like I like what he's doing. Like I would want to work with him is
mm,
like the little Dirks and the Lil Durk. I think Lil Durk the hottest out right now. You know what I'm saying? So I've been
that's
slapping a
fair.
lot of Durk. I've been slapping a lot of lot of baby,
Mm,
the baby and little baby actually. Uh, Trying to really think, and then I just be listening to like the homies' music, like my
right.
friends, because my friends is like more talented than 99% of these guys in my opinion. I'm
Mm,
biased though, cause I be around them. So like, there's definitely the people I be listening to. Like I listen to the Amine, I listen to Keith. You know what I'm saying? Keith Canvas. I listen to my own music a lot in the
mm,
car. You know what I'm saying? So like anyone from the town, I listen to a lot of people from the Portland. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? I might not like be posting it all or whatever, but I listen to it for sure. So like I listen to a lot of like local.
Absolutely. I feel like the local scene is really amazing here in Portland
Yeah,
for
we got a
music,
good
and
scene.
it's important to support that. What all are you listening for when you're listening to music?
I'm listening to like relatability and believability. I don't know if I just made up words or those is
No,
words. Those
they're
is
real
words.
words.
All right,
Yeah.
for sure. Now, yeah, relatability and believability. Like that's what I listen for. Like if I listen to someone and I feel like you're just lying, or I can just like, man, I don't see it. Like it. And I'm not even saying it might not be the truth. I just
Mm,
might not believe it. You know what I'm saying? My personal opinion. So
mm,
I might be like, I'm cool, or like, but like if I like hear some stuff and I'm like, man, that's like real. Like I know that's real because I didn't seen it happen in real life. Like I really relate to it.
mm,
That stuff will like attract me to listening to a song. And it's just like depends on the environment too.
mm.
If we're at a party or we're at the club, there's certain things I want to hear that I might not listen to if I'm not at the club. But if we're in the club, we're drunk, whatever. I want to hear this. I want to turn up. But if I'm in the car by myself and it's midnight, I'm not trying to listen to no up tempo stuff. Like I might be on some smooth stuff. So I think like the environment I'm in plays a big part on like what attracts me to the music at the time. I'm like a vibe person. I go off the
Got you.
energy.
Okay, absolutely. I want to take it away from music for a moment and talk about media in general. Talk about very vibe heavy relatability media for you. Is there anything like that TV show wise, cartoons, actual artwork, books, anything that
So
resonates with you?
I really don't watch a lot of TV.
Mm,
I really don't. Um, I just like I'm just not like the type to just sit down and watch shows. If I'm like be on like watching something for hours, I'm probably gonna be watching a documentary, or I'm gonna
okay,
be on YouTube, like just
agreed.
or even TikTok or something. Like if I'm gonna
Okay,
watch something, that's what it's gonna be like. So like I really like couldn't like really speak on like TV shows and stuff like that in media because I'm not like too big on them.
that makes sense. Where are you at on YouTube? Like, what corners of the internet do you find yourself in?
Man, you know how YouTube work. You be watching the Chief Keef video, then all of a sudden there's four cats, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, in a swimming pool with a basketball doing backflips. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how YouTube is. So it kind of just depends. But I watch a lot of interviews though too,
Okay.
like just for fun. Not
Mm,
even like on trying to like no pick up no game. Like I just like watch like rappers interviews and stuff. Like it's just entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like that's like what I really be watching in music videos. That's
got you.
like or even like basketball highlights. I'm like really into
Mm,
basketball, so I might go watch like a Tracy McGrady score 13 and 33 real quick. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Something like that. Like so, really just hoop music, and then if something random pop up that look interesting, I might click it.
Absolutely. Okay. We haven't touched a whole lot about basketball. I know you brought it up a few times.
Yeah,
So, what was that experience for you? Was it a high school thing? Was it past high
man,
school?
it was a childhood thing,
Okay.
childhood all the way to a little bit of college. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
I like lived and died hoop. Like you know what I'm
mm,
saying? I'm not gonna say I was the best, but I was good. You know what I'm saying? Good enough to take it serious enough. You know, so like growing up, I played on AAU teams, the whole shindig. We're going to, Vegas. We're going to Cali. We're going to
mm,
Texas. We're going here. You know what I'm saying? We're playing in big tournaments. We're like 11 years old. You know
mm,
what I'm saying? We're feeling like we're in the NBA at this point. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
We're on airplanes going to tournaments and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I play for the Team AZ Stars. Shout out to them. Shout out to Coach Marcus. Uh, yeah, man. But my coach played a big part of my life too, though. When I was young, though,
Mm.
for sure. My coach Marcus, he was like another dad to me, but he'll get on our ass. Oh, can I cuss?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, he'll get on our ass because like we were young though. We are like 10. He
Mm,
cussing us out, woochie whoop. But he was like he was taught us how to like be tough though. You know what I'm saying? So
mm.
growing up, it made me tough. Basketball made me tougher. But yeah, AAU, high school, I played a little bit JUCO. You know what I'm saying? I really like play basketball for sure.
Absolutely.
I
What
played
are,
against I played against NBA players. I played
oh,
with
really?
NBA players. I'm not saying I'm an NBA level,
Okay.
but I didn't play with some of them.
Who have you played against?
So like my boy B Clark, he plays for the Grizzlies. Like we grew
Mm,
up together because I grew up in Arizona. Like,
okay.
well, I'm gonna say I grew up in Arizona. I moved to Arizona when I was like 7 and was out there till I was like 13 or something like that. So I was out there for a nice little stretch when I was playing
Mm,
basketball. So yeah, he was one of them ones. There's a lot of players from Portland that are like really cold at hooping. And if
mm,
you're from the town, you'll know like how are they not in the league? You know what I'm
mm.
saying? There's too many of them for me to name. Like when it comes to Portland players, like you already know, there's already way too many.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel like I'm not from here originally, so it's been really cool to see like the Nike campus and Trailblazers and just the culture that out here has
Yeah,
been really cool to see.
yeah. The Blazer fans, they crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
they crazy for sure. I'm not. I'm
Absolutely.
yeah. I'm definitely want to catch a couple games this year. I like the environment of Portland because I feel like they fans really turn up. Like when
Mm,
you're in a Motor Center at a Blazer game,
mhm,
like it's lit. It's not like people sitting down or what you like when Dame starts going crazy.
mm,
Like the arena is crazy. So I'm definitely gonna catch a couple games next year.
for sure. What was the feeling like opening for Amine at the Moda Center where you've been seeing NBA games and concerts and things like that?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like crazy. Like when just like from sound check, like right when you walk in and you look, and I'm like, man, like Dame was just going like this. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? A couple years ago in the same place, you know what I'm saying? And we
mm,
performing, you know what I'm saying? It's like a different energy. Like it's like, damn, like it's all these people in here. It's not just like a crowd of people here. Like it's people here, it's people over there, people over there, people up there, people way up there. So like
mhm.
it was definitely dope. Makes you feel like a somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's really amazing to hear. Uh, I just wanted to give you an opportunity here to wrap things up a little bit, talk about your album coming up, where people can find you on social media, all that type of stuff.
Oh yeah. 3 real for the industry, man. The album's coming out very soon, July. I ain't gonna put a date on it yet, but y'all gonna see, man. Follow me on Instagram, Twitters, TikToks, they're all the same handles, you know, three-way Heff, the number three, WAYHEFF. Yeah, man, we just working on this album, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like just been in the studio for months and months and months since I've been home, just grinding like hours and hours. Like Andy can account to it. My manager, Andy, you know what I'm saying? He can account to it. Like he's seen me, like we just grinding. Like there's been so much music I wanted to put out since I've been home that I'm just like, man, let me just wait. Let me just like everything got to be calculated. But we definitely excited to drop this album. I think it's my best work for sure. I think every song on there I think is better than any song I got out, type of ordeal. So I'm really excited to see the reaction to when I drop it, and it's gonna be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Tidal, whatever other platforms. I don't know that there's so many other platforms, but it's gonna be on everything. So the way we're gonna market it and the way we're gonna push it, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see it. I mean, I would click it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm biased, it's my music, but I would click it if it wasn't mine. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it has potential to be a very good project. You know, we put a lot of effort into a lot of work. I think the music is very organic, it's next level in my opinion. So I'm just real excited to roll this out. And it's coming in July, a couple weeks. If you go on my Instagram, I'm gonna be announcing the date very, very soon, within the next couple of days. So just go on there, man. It's Portland, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Everybody listening, you know where to find all the media, all the information, all the music. Heff, thank you so much for joining me here today. I've had a wonderful time talking to you.
And I appreciate you. And just real quick, man, shout out to 165, man. You know what I'm saying? If you from there, man, you know, man, shout you out, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do it for.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Appreciate